Mr. San Antonio. How are you, man? Uko?
Tuko salama.
Yes, sir.
Uko, let me guess, uko based Austin.
Austin, Texas, yes.
Sio?
1 and 15 minutes away from you.
Kabisa.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the reason why my guess hata ilikuwa hivyo kwa sababu tulikuwa mna making video na anaitwa nani? Hata mbona namsahau.
Andrew KIBE. Andrew KIBE. Andrew KIBE.
KIBE.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, very insightful.
Yeah.
Kwanza opinion yake na maneno za relationship. I mean, ni very funny, but in real sense, kuna some sense in it.
Kwani relationship zilikuwa zimekulemea? Ulikuwa unaona opinion zake zinakudunga?
I mean, kulikuwa na vitu ziko, unajua most part ilikuwa entertaining, lakini kulikuwa na kulikuwa na facts on around it.
What do you mean?
Yani alikuwa na facts. In real sense, ukifikiria a lot on it. Ni kama tu like your show vile unaongea ya Wakenya huku.
Yeah.
As in, ni very insightful ukisikiza. As in vile nimesikiza, I mean, a lot of things unaongea real issues zenye unajua a lot of people especially wakikuja huku kutoka kwetu Kenya, ukiwa na hiyo the same mentality ukikuja hapa chances ni uta get into trouble na society pia ni vizuri kulanda, especially kama unakuja huku na land culture ya huku unatend kujua how naweza semaje vile unajihandle in different kind of situations. Na sio vile ulikuwa umezoea, for example ile family setup ama pia ukiangalia pia urafiki huku pia especially vile mna relate na watu, unajua huku hivyo watu wako very very much also reserved despite the fact that tuko na a lot of ways ya kucommunicate. But yeah, I mean na hata hivyo vile una point out na hizi challenges nyingi ni pia unakuta mtu akiingia hata kama za ulevi unakuta ni mostly pia kuna issue pia na maneno za boredom na Kenya as in watu kiangalia ya overall in Africa as in watu wana interact, watu social beings ukikompea na huku, unajua huku ni focus sana, unakuta ni work home work yani social life pia unakuta haiko the same way na huko kwetu pia. Yeah, but as in nimelike, ni vizuri umeanza channel yako yako iko different from KIBE. KIBE mimi naweza sema yake ni more so ilikuwa ni entertainment.
Yes.
In the way I can put it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I hear you saying, and we'll go to the issue that I touched on, the relationships in America. What I hear you saying, while KIBE was speaking about relationships, now the reason you are relating with it because your issues and relationships zilikuwa zinakudunga personally. In the same way, the way I'm talking about the interactions of Americans here between each other and the interactions with the laws of the first world country, hizo pia, the way I'm saying it, inakudunga. Am I getting that right?
Yes, kabisa. Kuna a lot of ways vile wewe unaiweka,
Yeah.
as in unajua wewe unaiweka direct vile inaweza affect mtu, unajua
ina affect mtu mgani?
Okay, so hata anybody, so tuseme haya so tukiongea hata especially ina affect especially mtu yoyote, hata ule mwenye anaingia college kama anakuja kama international student,
Yeah.
na especially hata hawa watu wako ma-30s kwenda juu, hata mtu yote mwenye ameoa naweza sema.
Yeah.
Kwa sababu sasa ukiangalia KIBE, ye ukiangalia vile alikuwa, hata vile yuongea, ye anaongea in a way that unajua anatumia hii njia ya kinudhia name vile kuna kuitumia basically hiyo kumaanisha, yani unajua ule mtu ana give in, ule mtu ana quote and quote gentleman.
Yeah.
Na we pia vile unaiput up ni ukikuja hapa hivi utalearn in a lot of ways. Sheria za huku kuna vile zinasaidia sana, hata zile mnaachana na teme, hata mkiwa ile process ya kuachana na bibi ama nini, kwa sababu niko na a lot of friends wenye especially wa Kenya
yeah,
wameachana, na hata iko so interesting, hata ukienda kwa court, hata uende wapi na wapi, unakuta mwanaume bado ana lose tu no matter what. Na so ukiangalia na ukiangalia KIBE bidii yake ni hiyo kuoana haina haja, according to his opinion. Yeye anasema haina haja, yeye anaona una get kenye unataka at that time, una move on, unajua.
Yeah.
As in for him, structure ya familia to his opinion na the way anaongea haina maana.
Okay.
Though wewe unaisema in a way that in a cautionary kind of way, in a way that unajua ni kama pia una signal in a way that ya kuona watu ama kuwa prepare ule anybody. I think yako ni mzuri sana, especially mtu yote mwenye anakuja Kenya ama mtu yote mwenye ana grow up, as in ni good kind of positive talk ya ku make any youth ama mtu yote mwenye ako college ama ako into, unajua vitu kama relationship, kumprepare like what is to come ama what society iko like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you captured that right on my part. I can only speak of my own self. If we can have just one adjective to explain what I am doing here,
Yeah.
it's information.
Yeah.
I just want the men to have the information so that they know how to interact with a woman. I want men and women interactions to be healthy. I want them to happen. I encourage them to happen. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
The problem is men interact with women without the information about the nature of the woman. And the danger of that is when you are misinformed, when you are disinformed, when you are uninformed about the woman. The danger, the greatest danger, is for you to turn your failure because you are not informed into anger. Turn your failure and your shortcomings into hating a woman. That is what I'm trying to protect. That's what I'm going to the future to prevent it from happening. I am preventing men from hating women.
Yeah.
I am preventing men from being angry at women. I'm preventing men from arguing with women in the future. I'm preventing men from being confrontational, physical, emotional, psychological, with a woman because it's not healthy. And the only way to do that is to inform the man. Because a woman does not need to change anything. A woman is only responding to nature. And that is what has been lost in the manosphere, to be honest.
Yeah.
The problem is the manosphere has always concentrated and focused on the symptoms of the problem instead of the problem itself.
Yes.
So when they see a man and a woman at the dock of a divorce case, now they see the woman is bad. No. When they see a man catching charges after a physical altercation with a woman, now they say, that woman set him up. No. When they see a man struggling to catch up with his own pathway for success and seeing him deserting his purpose, then we say, that woman is the one who drilled the man. No, all those are symptoms.
Yeah.
What is the problem? The problem is the man was not informed on the rules of engagement with the woman.
Yeah.
Do you know who Cesar Millan is, by any chance?
Nani?
Cesar Millan. He is
Milan.
a celebrity dog trainer in LA. He speaks like with a Mexican accent, but he's actually Spaniard. He's from Spain.
Oh.
He call himself the dog whisperer. Maybe that's old time, but maybe he no longer come on those cable channels. But anyway, Cesar Millan is a celebrity dog trainer. I can invite him to my house. I don't have a dog. And the dog imenelemea, inakula couches, inakojoa kila pahali, it's barking and it's doing all these things. And in 6 minutes, he will have taken that problem away from the dog. That's why they call him the dog whisperer. You need to watch him on YouTube.
Oh.
You know those chihuahuas that bite people and this? He comes and sits on the couch with the chihuahua. And it's biting and it's biting. And he calms it down. So what Cesar Millan says, his famous quote is, I don't train dogs. I train people. I rehabilitate dogs. You would think the dog is the that needs training. No. The man is the one that needs the information on how to engage with a woman.
Yeah.
A woman is a woman is a woman. A woman is always going to do what nature instructs her to do. It's not personal.
Yeah.
It's not something she can avoid. She's responding to nature. And we can go into detail to what that nature is. But the things the manosphere has been tackling for the longest time are the symptoms of the problem. And what is the problem? The misinformed man, the uninformed man, the disinformed man. That man steps on this other side and engage with a woman who is complete, a woman who is in touch with herself, a woman who is in touch with nature, a woman who has a natural duty to nature itself. And you want to interact with that superior natural being without the information, you are going to fail. And then you're going to turn yourself into a victim. And that's what now I'm going to the future and saying, let's prevent that from happening. It's the only way to correct the things that have been going wrong. Otherwise, somebody come and tell me, oh, no, we have a better way. We can beat women to submission. No, you can't. We can prevent women from going to college. No, you can't. We can prevent women from going to corporate jobs. No, you can't.
Always, you know.
Hang on, let me turn off this AC. It's making too much noise. So the man is the one who needs to have the information on the rules of engagement.
Yeah.
If I jumped on a helicopter right now, on the cockpit of a helicopter, and tried to fly a helicopter, and then I crash and cause an accident, damage the helicopter, and bodily harm to me, who was the problem?
It's you, anyway.
Then why are we blaming the helicopter? The helicopter does what it does. The helicopter comes complete to fly in the air. 100% complete. That's why it's a helicopter on a helipad. It's ready to fly in the air. If I go there and try to fly a helicopter, full disclosure, I don't know how to fly a helicopter. If I go there, because I have sat on the shotgun or helicopter, and I have seen a pilot navigate, I said, hata mimi naweza fanya hivyo. Kenodia. And then I crash and I say, these helicopters, the way they make these things here, this is not good. There's a problem with the. No, there's no problem with a woman. You don't have the training to fly a helicopter. When you see a helicopter, it's ready to fly. You know that I hear you speaking in Swahili. You know that saying, ukiona vyaelea.
Vyako viko njiani ama?
No. Ukiona vyaelea vimeundwa.
Vimeundwa.
This is the ship in the ocean. Right?
Yeah.
If you see a vessel floating on water, it has been made perfect.
Yeah.
Ukiona vyaelea vimeundwa. So when you see a helicopter on a helipad, it's ready to fly. When you see that mature, beautiful woman, she is ready for a relationship. She is ready to submit. You won't believe this. She is ready to submit. She is ready to obey. She is ready to honor. She is ready to respect. She is ready to follow the right man who knows how to fly what?
Yeah, helicopter, yeah.
Thank you. Kenodia unajipiga unasema mimi naisaidia hiyo bwana. Wajiko kohanatia. Wajiko mgani kohanatia wapi? You don't have the information to handle wajiko bwana. Washana wajiko.
Ukiangalia pia wazazi wetu, especially mababa zetu, hiyo ni kitu hawakutufunza. Although that is, that's the thing, and I think in my opinion, especially hata from my side, na hata hivyo hata watu wengi, hata ukiongea nao, watu wengi hawakufunzwa. Hiyo si kitu watu walifunzwa.
How old were you when you had your first sexual encounter with a woman?
Nilikuwa form 4. I was 19.
19.
Nilikuwa nimemaliza form 4.
Uh-huh. Did your father teach you how to have sex?
Hapana.
It came naturally.
Yes, but then at the same time, hakuniambia kitu yoyote. Hata unajua hiyo time ndio, I think ile time ya circumcision ndio inakuanga unaambiwa hivi na hivi kwa mwanaume, lakini I think hiyo
No. Let's go for something that is completely universal. Having your first sex, because circumcision, those are rights depending on the tradition and the cultures and the beliefs of a particular society. It's not uniform. But what is uniform is every man on this planet have the first time that they had a sex with the opposite gender, right? Did your father teach you that?
Kapala.
It came naturally.
Yeah.
And who is involved when you're having your first sex? You and who?
Of course, na huyo msichana.
You and a woman. And how old are you now?
Nitakuwa actually 40 in October.
You mean 24 or 40?
Nitakuwa 40.
40 in October, like me. I am an October guy.
October this year.
So, at 19, you knew how to have sex with a woman.
Yeah.
20 years later, you are saying, hey, I don't have this information on how to to interact with a woman. But you scored a woman on your first sexual encounter. Nobody taught you.
Okay, yeah, but
activate the nature in you on how to interact. And I understand, because we can even go back to the Bible. Adam did not know that this being carries this thing. He had to be urged into it. I understand that part. We are always on the back foot. The woman is more informed, the woman is more knowledgeable, the woman is more advanced at whatever stage. And not only the stage, even the comparable age of the man. She can be 18 and the man can be 38. She's still smarter than the man. Because the man has to gather the information. The woman is born with information. So if we delegate the blame on the man, or on the father, then what is your responsibility? It's not that now you have discovered that your father made a mistake here for not showing you the way. Now from here on, I'm going to show my sons the way. That is not the motivation. You're just saying that to blame the previous generation.
Yani, kitu najaribu kusema ni, I think kuwa na kitu kama mentor.
Yeah.
Ukigrow up, hata si necessarily iwe ni baba yako. But then a male figure mwenye ni mkubwa, anaweza kuwa your cousin or your uncle, mwenye maybe hata ako the age between your dad na wewe, lakini as a somebody mwenye anakuguide vile una grow up, especially that age yenye tuseme umemaliza tuseme kitu kama high school, ni very very important. Like for example, saizi unakuta hapa watu wengi wanakuja US, most of the people ni very young, na most of them, same for example, amekuja hapa kama international student. Amekuja hapa kama international student at the age of 22. Okay, apart from just to grow up in Kenya, those 21 or 22 years in Kenya, apart from ndio kuna ile nature ya wanawake vile wako, the thing ni pia culture ina play pia role. Ukikuja kurealize, hata kama ulikuwa na date huko Kenya, alafu kuja hapa udate huku, utakuja kurealize ndio kuna some similarity, but then pia culture ina play into place two at the same time. So for example, hata kuna vitu zingine sijui a lot about vile wanawake huko, au wasichana wadogo vile wako, but then me growing up, kuna vitu zingine zenye ulikuwa unaangalia as in ndio ni responsibility yako, lakini ukikuja huku kwa sababu pia ya hizi work, white collar jobs na a lot of things, kuna other responsibility hapa hivi iko very normal kwa mwanamke compared to Kenya, kwa sababu pia culture being a place. So unakuta wengi